Hello and welcome to another edition of the Eternal Journey. Today we're here for something I didn't think I'd see myself playing, but you know, we've got a couple of new toys with the new expansion, so I am going to give it a try, and that is the Talir sort of combo deck. So what the new expansion brought for us was actually Last Chance. This is pretty huge because anything that can speed up like a combo deck by one turn is obviously huge. In a deck that's already playing accelerants, just being able to basically go off on turn 8 is magical, let me tell you. So Last Chance is a 0 cost and it'll draw a unit from your void, it gets void bound. So the void bound thing can suck a little bit. I'm unclear quite yet whether this interacts with Lumen Reclaimer or not. But for the most part, what we're going to do is just going to like, I don't know, have a dead Aurelian Merchant in the void. We're going to play Talir, and then we're going to Last Chance to get that Aurelian Merchant back into play, which will then get the Vodakhan, which will then kick everything off because we'll just be drawing cards from up our board. I believe the idea is to make like an infinitely big Talir who sees beyond through the medium of Alheds, and then use them like the initiation to kill your opponents with your huge overwhelm, like 24/24 or bigger. But for the most part, the way I prefer to play it is just to play it as like a bit of a value engine, and it's just going to be, well, I'm going to play a dark turn. What's going to happen next is that, you know, my tie board is going to be full. I'm going to have a hand of like 9 cards, and then I'm going to pass the turn. I'm just going to make you deal with that every turn for the next like 6 turns, and then eventually you're just going to be dead. So the other sort of plans that this deck's got going on is it's also a Mask of Torment deck, and against decks like Temporal, if they're unable to deal with your masks, or you know, it's quite late in the game, you've got a lot of power, you're just able to play this and Torment it. It's very difficult for them to deal with because they have to use their silence effects on other more important things. So if your opponent does have a silence, they probably want to use it on something like Alhed or Talir, but saving it for Tormentor is a little bit of a push. And because we do have access to all 4 with like an effective 7 because of the Aurelian Merchants over here, it's going to be a little bit different, well, a little bit difficult for them to actually keep up and try and deal with that. So the main difference here in Drunkleworks version of this deck, because this is Drunkleworks version that I'm playing from the ETS this weekend, is that they don't have any of the Devoted Urge, and I'm not entirely certain why, but I'm happy with that change because it means that I don't have like a sort of a negative play experience in my deck anymore, because the thing with having multiple masks in play and Devoted Urge, you do this thing where you just keep clicking on it and it just takes forever to gain infinite life and infinite power, and it just, your opponent just loses the game because it's just not working properly because your time clock like eats into their time clock, which is just horrible. So I'm happy this deck seems like a fairer version. But there's a lot going on here. Last Chance is the only new card in the deck, but I expect to see this to do pretty well on the ladder, but let's take a ladder and actually find out. Okay, so we've got Acceleration, and we've got the Mask of Torment, as well as the Talir, which sells our kill condition. But we don't have any Shadow Sources, so I'm just going to mulligan that. This is much better. Lunar Reclaimer, it's not ideal to draw now, but we're just going to play Crest here, just try and bottom any power. Alhed's sort of good. We can make a nice early Alhed, because that will be on turn 4, because we do have the Aurelian Merchant. So against Argent Part here, I'm just going to play the Xenan banner down though. Probably, this leaves us open to, if we draw like basic Sigil, we can just play the Seat of Mystery. And if we don't, we're just going to get the Amber Waystone down there. And with an additional Alhed, I don't think we need like millions of these dudes. We'll sort of find us to grab the Mask of Torment, just to get our big plan going, because it looks like we might be against like some sort of revenge deck over here. Yeah, so maybe the system will mess around with like Witch Now or some sort of nonsense like that. Lumen Reclaimer, uncertain whether this is good against our opponent or not. Because obviously, once he's been dealt with, like shuffling them in is sort of awful because our opponent's got Destiny draws. Just have a look at the deck list, see if we've got any madness in here. We do not, it's only Devour. So, Sandstorm Scarf can sort of deal with this a little bit, but isn't super effective. Of course, going back to Lumen Reclaimer, if your opponent has got some things flowing in Destiny, you can sort of shuffle their deck with the Lumen Reclaimer. So I think I was going to play the Alhed here. We are taking 5 in the air, which is a reasonable amount. Oh, our big thing's getting slain. Maybe we do need to be concerned, perhaps, about our opponent having... Yeah, because they can have Madness Devour, whereas we don't. I'm probably going to like cash in this Lumen Defender for some cards, to be honest. Just devour it up, because there's not too much this is going to be doing, because our opponent is just going to be trying to kill us in the air, so let's just gobble this up. Gets up to 10 power as well, which means that if we draw like a Talir, we can probably just try and go off. Yeah, so Sandstorm Titan is good. What have we got in here? Yeah, I'll shuffle all that in. That's all good stuff. So Crest after the shuffle, just gives us more information. Really Merchant is great. And then even if we have to devour this, we're still at like 11 power. Okay, so our opponent's going for the draw 2, make a 2-2. So I'm sort of fine with this. If we get Talir, so we've got... Wouldn't actually mind... Devour here is actually risky. Because the only thing that doesn't mess with our plan is if we devour the Sandstorm Titan, which doesn't seem like a great plan, I'll be honest. Let's just grab a Talir though. I'm going to keep her nice and safe though. I'm not going to play her out quite yet. Could be a little bit too conservative here. But generally, don't want to play this. Just get us up to like 14 max power. And then we're going to pass to the opponent, and we'll just try and go off on their turn. So if they go for attacks, I like to kill our Talir, just try and get loads of value, just get full board. But it looks like we're having a little bit of a greed off here. But when it says go to our turn, I think that's when I'll try and go off. But I do prefer like the combo element or the going off element of this deck, just to be sort of relatively fair and really just like a huge value engine. So let us start the turn. So I will sacrifice the Lunar Reclaimer here. Going to shuffle more copies into our deck. Cool. With the additional Devour here, we should be able to just keep trying to go. I probably can't do anything here though, I'll like tapped out and all this. But it means if we do build like a really nice board, that we are able to attack with it. So, Friendly Wisp. Uncertain if I'm going to actually get Vodakhan here though. Okay, last chance is great. Now it's my turn. Let's have a look what's in here. So just Lumen Reclaimer. So play this mask. Last chance, a little Lumen. And let's take a look at their Void. Can you take a look at it? They've got nothing in. They've got a couple of things in Revenge actually, don't they? Yeah, shuffle them. Okay, so we've not yet managed to go off with our little Friendly Wisp. Maybe we should have used like a real Dark Return there. Yeah, let's try and get some stuff out of the way with the original, well, one of the Talirs. Then if this dies, we'll just Dark Return this, draw a bunch of cards, and hopefully go off again. Now our opponent's deck can have stuff like, so where do we want to deal with damage? Get this one off. And just get the Revenge on these. We only need to deal 1 damage just to kill it. But now we can pop out this Talir, choose a player. I will no doubt be shuffling myself. And then I should have actually shuffled my opponent to get rid of their Destiny stuff. So that was a misplay, even though I think I was just talking about it. But cool. So now we should just be able to start sacrificing stuff. So I'll sacrifice this Lumen. And then you have to bear with me because this is where things sort of start to get a little bit nonsense. And on this one, oops, so I need to sacrifice a unit, so I'll sacrifice this. And then I will Lumen my opponent just to shuffle all those revenge units back in. I've got another Talir here, so let's just bosh this. And this is probably the most boring part of the deck, is when your opponent actually makes you go off, but that's because this isn't deterministic at this point. Our opponent could have Harsh Rule or End of the Story, but we're just going to get ourselves into a position where we've just got like this, where we've just got like a million cards in hand. And I think I'm reasonably happy here. I don't need to go off again. If our opponent wipes our board, we're able to just go Tormentor into Tormentor 2 turns in a row with a Devour backup, which is sort of nice. And I'm not going to Devour here. So once you do have the Tormentor going though, you really do want to sort of not Lumen reclaiming yourself anymore. Okay, so opponent's got Slumbering Storm, but to protect ourselves from like madness, Devour sort of nonsense, we do need to keep our own Devour going here. So what do we have now? Void. Do have quite a lot of stuff, so I think all I'm going to do is just throw off the mask. So which one's bigger? Go for the +9. Just Crest here, slightly out of order, but doesn't matter. So let's bottom that Lumen Reclaimer. Can't protect myself. So we died to Madness Devour. Ooh, I'd completely missed that we lost like a load of power. Well, that was awful. So if we do get Madness here, okay, we don't. So we got lucky. But if we do get Madness there, that'd be pretty awful for us. We should be in a good spot here though, really. Actually, let's just last chance the Tormentor. Gonna reclaim myself. This time I'm gonna Tormentor. Got a lot of points for 8 damage. This time, however, we do have Devour up because we're incredibly smart and thin, as a Plaisian banner, I guess. And it looks like the Lunar Reclaimer works in the way that I imagined it would do, in that Void-bound stuff just stays in the Void and can't even be shuffled in. That's interesting to know. So, how long does this game take? Quite a lot of time, actually. Yes, it's fine. What we Dark Turn here? It's like a press gang or something. Oh, okay, Slumbering Storm. So, this is fine. This time we can actually get the other Tormentor going. And then our opponent shouldn't have enough power to be able to like Madness and Devour both of them, so whichever one they go for, if indeed that is what they do, we'll just eat that one for tea. And then start spitting out these little spitling dudes. Spartan's actually a really interesting card. Last week before the campaign came out, I was playing sort of like a Xenan like control deck, but the win condition was actually just Whispers of the Void, and that was pretty good against stuff like the Temporal deck, just because they could never deal with the Spitelings. Yeah, opponent is pretty dead there, even though we did nearly let them have a lot more say in that game than they should have had, just by not being able to hold up the Devour that one turn. Okay, let's have a look at this. So, initially the Sands Devour is not quite the best combo. This is a combo deck, and that is not one of them. So let's redraw this. Pretty sure we can do better. We are on the draw as well. This is much nicer. Got to crest it up. Probably just going to bottom any power. Try and find some sort of accelerant rather than actual power, because with the Nightfall here, we're more than likely to be able to find some if we need it. If there's like a mask on top, that'd be perfect. So bottom the banner, we just don't need it. Because we do draw enough cards that like we can just find power naturally. If we're not stuck like at 4 power, say like we're just being in real trouble there if we're just drawing like 2 powers in a row, but now it's just 1. Okay, so strategize and those crests. This could be the deck that Grimfam was playing, which is like playing Cleaver alongside the sort of like Vara. It was basically just like a Xenan shell that was just sort of splashing for Cleaver. And I've seen some builds that went deep enough in Primal that they were playing Wisp Elders. So if this version is just playing like Strategize, that seems quite a simple inclusion. Because you just get to play all the crests, like some power tutors, you just need like one Primal Sigil and you're pretty much sorted. Okay, so I am going to play out the Time Sigil just so that our Amber Waystone is then turned on. We'll grab Mask of Torment. I don't very much anticipate that opponent is going to have like hand destruction for this. It's probably just going to be like something along the lines of Shakedown or a Varus Choice, which is fine. I mean, Varus Choice is still a little bit upsetting because it is going to make us have an 8 power 6/6. So we're in the realms of like not really playable in a draft. So we've got Vara here. What do we do here? So I guess the Lunar Magus isn't doing anything anymore, so yeah, you can eat that. Some free for it bounces. I probably can gain lives or whatever. That's mostly fine. So let's go strip to 7. And then next turn we can try and go off. Perhaps not very successfully because it is only going 1 card deeper. In cold blood. Yep, I will still have the same amount of power, thank you. Okay, well actually, now I've got another mask, I just want to play that. So, Mask, Initiate, and Blistersting Wasp. This is fine, etc. And if I want to like spend some time dealing with this, then we should be okay just to sort of like go off an our turn. Yep, Hailstorm's fine. Knocks us back down on power, which is a little bit sad. But we're not exactly being beaten down here. Our opponent being sort of slow is kind of nice for us. Okay, well. I'll do this then. Buys us an extra little turn. If we get to play like a Wisp here, then we get to draw 2 off the Talir before we even start with the last chance. That's fine. I'm going to assume that both our things just die here though, so that's sort of sad for us. Okay, Sabotage not great. I guess I'm just waiting for a turn here. I don't want to play the Talir and then, oh dear, oh dear. Well, we're dead now. Yeah, this is the Cleaver deck, and opponents just managed to draw 3 cards and have 6 big boys in play. So we need to draw something very specific, and it probably starts with, well, not Sabotage on us. That's where it ends. Yeah, okay, so we play Talir, Temple Scribe. I need to get really lucky. And we didn't, so we died. Yep, you got me. Razindel! Okay, well, Sand seems fine. It's quite power heavy, but we do have like a tutor and an extra card draw, so I think we'll keep it. We're on the draw. But we do actually get to Crest, well, get to scout any power away. Just because we've got like little cantrips and ways of finding more power. So, it's like Crest of Progress. I'm hoping we're playing as like some sort of Combre beatdown or something, just because they've not got much in the way of interaction. So let's take a look at the deck list. So what do we need Double Shadow for? And we don't, so we can bottom this. Just need single. So as long as the time is accounted for, then we're in good shape. So this could also be a mask deck. I'm just going to play out the Teller's Favoured because it draws us like the time sigil what we're looking for. Okay, so I think I will just like get rid of that. Grab a mask, get our mask going before our opponent's mask gets going. And then we're able to play Mask plus the Waystone, assuming that our Really Merchant survives. Well, she's being silenced, so looks a little bit less likely. But outside of Disjunction and like Burglarize, our opponent shouldn't have many ways to deal with like an in-play Mask here. And we're under no pressure. I did say that last game, where we got like absolutely gobbled up by suddenly Azindal. Yeah, so same deck. So play our second one out. Play our Temple Scribe. Got up on power, jump all up to 9. Having 2 masks in play is just like ridiculous. Attacking's basically free here. Opponent's not blocking, but we've got our opponent block sort of covered on the block back, so we're not really trading 2 for 1. So our opponent 2 has the double Mask of Torment, so this could be quite the game. As I said earlier, we don't have any Madness in this deck, so we are pretty in trouble to a Tormentor, but we do have Lumen Claim, so we can shuffle it away. Just get our opponent to draw a bunch of Spitelings, which is more than fine for me. So Temple Scribe it up. Taste it. Temple Scribe beats. We do generally gain like infinite lives in these sort of matchups, so maybe the aggression isn't really warranted. But we do have to actually kill our opponent at some point. Yeah, we'll play Magus though. We'll save like Wisp for in case we actually need it. Probably reasonably happy just to like Devour the Talir's favoured, just to really get our card draw on. When we play this, it also adds like 2 power to our pool. Aww. Opponent hates fun. Well, we've got Last Chance and a Really Merchant, so I believe we can try and go off. Friendly Wisp I actually like, so I'm going to bottom this, don't need it. Let's get a Talir. We need 13 to do it this way, so we're just going to do it with a Friendly Wisp instead. So Friendly Wisp, get Talir who sees beyond. This is just going to keep us going. I suppose we whiffed there a little bit because we just went forwards a tiny bit. What do we have in here that's good? Do we have a good merchant? Oh, it's just a silenced one. That's a little bit of a shame. Just a silenced one. Well, actually you can strategically use Last Chance to keep things that you don't want to redraw. That's interesting. I think we will actually just be going for the Temple Scribe here, just to draw 2. Okay, well, this is sort of fine. I'm happy to leave it at this sort of point. We could have tried pushing a little bit further down, but if our opponent kills our board here, then, well, aside from just being able to play a Tormentor, we can try and go off again, but this time with Voda, because the Dark Return back like Talir or something, and then Last Chance up a this Merchant, which will let us tutor up the Voda and sort of get that cycle going. Okay, do we just go for it now? Yeah, let's try and go for it now. Let's get Voda going. Good, whiffed. Nice. Well, let's just wallop our opponent for a Vigilante. So we're there, 6, 10, 16, cool. Yeah, opponent's in rough shape. Probably should have just played the Torment and killed them, but I'm having fun. So if you would like to watch some perfect plays, then not finding them here. Actually, let's do the maths and see where we could have killed them. Yeah, they've got Desert Marshal. They have Desert Marshal anyway. So what actually happened was that I was incredibly smart and thin. No, don't do that. Someone's my Voda. Put that in the bin. Yeah, there would have been able to stop us anyway, so what can I say? Now I need to make sure that I don't actually go off too hard and start like automatically sacrificing my in-play dudes. Let's get rid of this. Let's make a 0-4. Taste it. That Desert Marshal's never going to attack. I continue. Yeah, so I guess that was a heads-up play, just playing on instinct, you see. But my fear is just always for blockers, you know. Yeah, it would have actually been short anyway. Yeah, by 2, so. Don't really matter what's on top of our deck, so I think I'll just sort of set having more power. And is there anything we like on top of our deck for next turn? Because we can actually use the Alhed here, just to tuck something. I think I'm going to tuck a friendly Wisp. Because then if our stuff gets killed, we're able to go off again with Dark Return quite nicely. So let's do it that way. But we're at 41, we're able to make a Tormentor, so I'm probably in rough shape, to be honest. Tormentor plus making the Nightfall damage. Is it a good game? We're getting the concession? Yep, we're getting it, cool. Okay, so 1 for the scoreboard. This deck is cool. People actually concede to it now. Maybe that's just the build that isn't quite as sort of egregious as the last ones, where sort of like the only win condition was just by going off. Or maybe people are just aware of it now. Okay, so let's take a look at this. This hand is, I mean, if we're getting something aggressive, we're probably okay, because we've got a Temple Scribe into a Blistersting Wasp. Got Devour as well, so we can actually dig a little bit deeper on the Crest. So I've talked myself into keeping this hand that I probably shouldn't keep, but yeah, let's keep it. Pretty sure we can do better, because we do just want to find like mass just to accelerate us forward into that secondary game plan. But okay, with Crest and Mystery, don't think I want Alhed, I think I just want something in the middle, something like a Accelerator or something that'll draw us a card. I don't want a big fat 5-drop when my hand is just like free power and some divinations. Oh, got me. Well, fortunately for us, if you take Talir, we still get to win. Not saying we will win, I just mean like we still have ways of winning. Back turn it, mate. Well, I can't, it sounds. But I feel like I'm pre-boarded against it. Definitely should have redrawn. Well, no one's going to kill Blistersting Wasp. Not really. You're going to torch it. What? Ugh, tedious. Besides Devour, you can keep it. Well, I'm not going to play Sandstorm Titan. Like, my 5-6 versus your 5-6. Nope. Just hold up Devour. If they try and kill this, Devour. If not, block. Banish. My opponent really hates fun. Sort of inefficient just to play this, because it doesn't really do anything. I'll start return the Wisp. Play this out, just make the same play. If our opponent kills it, we'll Devour it. If they don't, we'll block. Next turn, hopefully we can get things starting a little bit, just like Sandstorm Titan. Yep, snap this block off. Our opponent's no doubt got stuff like Dark Return to like keep bringing this back. Okay, so this is the Cleaver version. Sandstorm Titan, fight off. So you'll notice as well that I'm sort of trying to hang fire on this Waystone for as long as possible. That's just because this will keep us going when it comes to finding a mask. It jumps up 2 power instead of 1, so it's basically like a soul land. So his Devour's favour. Completely consideration, but I'm not just going to, you know, not call my opponent's bluff and just take 5 instead. That seems sort of not good. But let's just do our thing, draw 2 cards. Okay, so now I'm going to play Ember Waystone just to get the initiate down, just to accelerate us up to 8. I don't think I've actually got anything like that causes Nightfall on their deck. They do have Azindel, which we do need to be sort of cautious of. Whoops. Well, this is bad for us. Opponent gets the free attack. Because I'm not blocking this one. We'll take 5 here. So we do have Talir now. I still want to shuffle this in, but I also just don't want to shuffle like the bad one in because I don't want to like brick. But I suppose once we've got one Talir going, it doesn't really matter, does it? Yeah, let's shuffle all that in, and let's Deadly Wisp it. Yeah, Deadly Wisp. Sounds good to me. I could really leave attack, but I mean, like, just have it bounces, or I'm not going to the double block and kills it. Seems bad. So now we're going to go for the killer on the Sandstorm Titan. So Sandstorm's trade blows here. Well, let's. I will Blistersting Wasp anything with a pulse. Don't you worry about me. So now I suspect our opponent is going to get either Azindel to try and set that up, or it's going to be the it's like double Magus then. So of course I've got Cleaver, or they've got Azindel. This way we've got the board set up in such a way that Azindel doesn't really matter. It will do next turn, but this turn there's nothing we'll be able to get through. So this isn't quite what we're looking for. Our opponent is going to get to draw some cards here. I suppose we'll just make a big boy here, just try and make some blocks, etc. But I think we are probably just dead to this. Our opponent is like drawing 2 cards for more cheaper. Also, for science, I played a sort of Wisp's Radiant sort of tribal deck, and this stacks. So if you've got multiple Azindels in play, you can actually just deck your opponent quite easily. Wow, it's always favoured. So we're live to draw Dark Return or Last Chance. I'm going to give it a go. Yeah, let's go for the Sandstorm Titan. It's the biggest boy. Good. Yep, good. Oh, Iron's probably not too great here. It's just like make a big boy. Huge silenced Devourer, it's fine. 6-7. Yep, fine. Block goes 6-7 with my 10-12. Oh, it's to give this killer, isn't it? Yeah, no thanks. Yeah, so I think our opponent was trying to set up there. Doesn't matter because we're just like getting completely smashed about here. But I think our opponent was trying to set up. Is our opponent getting out Destiny? No, okay, so we just know what they drew, cool. I think our opponent was trying to set up like us killing this because it was like the easy kill with the Sandstorm Titan. And then they get to do something like give it kill, well, they don't have to kill it because it's got killer. They get to kill our Talir. But good. Yeah, scoop this up, bad enough. Off it. Well, hope our opponent, hope that was they're getting some masters because definitely had a little bit of the greed off there. Okay, so yes, it's probably fine because we get to make a turn 3 mask. Yeah, that's cool. We'll do that. Boop. That's just like ramping out of control there. Turn 3 mask. Or turn 3 Titan if we are playing against like Skycrab or something. Okay, so Feln. So we have to be mindful of like a virus favor or something. Let's just boop away the Reclaimer. We can get it later. Get the mask out. Missed my 1 point of damage just by clicking through my turn, but I'll be fine. Yeah, so Virus Favor happens. Oh. We'll forget my point this time. Yeah, we've ramped quite big here. We're at 5. Ideally, I want to hang on to this Waystone if I can, just to get the 2 power off it. We've said that in a couple of games. Okay, so playing it's like a Berserk version of the deck, that's fine. What? Let's just play Alhed down. Alhed sticking in play has got sort of like a higher upside, really. Oh, and Nightfall. Oh, yeah. 210 Lumen Defender. Tasty. You're not wrong, Lumen. Time does heal. Well, I'm not firing for the last chance quite yet. I'm not attacking in there, because I think I probably would take that trade. Because then they just get to like scream back. Oh dear, oh dear. Whereas Nightshade, Nyxophobia, we are afraid of the dark. What's all the power all about? It says ludicrous. Let's play a Sandstorm Titan. So our opponent does get to put Nyxophobia on us, which is going to be awful, because we'll be taking twice as much damage as our opponent. Okay, so our opponent's taking a turn off. Cool. I suppose we can't just like sit there forever as well. But I'm happy to sit here, sort of like just allowing this. I assume our opponent's going to get something that deals with this. Like, what can Jennifer get? But it's like maybe Polymorph, Feeding Time. Permafrost doesn't seem great because I think stays in play. I suppose we'll find out, but they got it over doing this, so maybe it's something good. Well, looks like our opponent can't actually make very good attacks though, because our board of big boys is keeping them down. Drawing like infinite power and dark turns is not the strategy for success that we're looking for, but I'm reasonably happy just to attack him with the Sandstorm Titan, get some amount of trades going on, and then just like dark turn or last chance it back. Yep, more than happy. Kill two of your things. Yeah, it's dark turn it. Keep last chance for later. So our opponent could have got an unseal there, but it doesn't look like they did. But 12-14 Sandstorm Titan is the biggest of boys. I think maybe we do get Sandstorm Scarf for this matchup. So, yeah, that attack's not very good unless our opponent's got like 3 rapid shots. But I've actually been sort of impressed with this deck that our opponent's playing, so I think that this is the Nightfall Maul deck. Okay, well, Permafrost is good. Mostly because one of the things that deck can do. Do we need to do anything here? Yeah, let's attack for 12. My opponent deals with it, will just make an even bigger buy. Because playing against like a time deck like this, this can happen, but if our opponent's able to consistently keep Nightfall going, eventually we've just got this burn spell that, I mean, admittedly it costs 6, but it can just do like 12 to 14 damage to you. Yep, I'll take it. It needs like 3, yeah, it needs lots of rapid shots here. So up to 9, need to do another one. Yep, this is fine. Yep, need more. Yep. Yep, consider it tasted. Yep, this is me tasting it. Oh yeah. No ability. Yeah, she can get involved as well. It's going to be the biggest Sandstorm Titan you've ever seen, and then our opponent's going to madness it and we're going to die. But actually, that is a thing to think about. If our opponent is like madness is our yeah, if they madness our Sandstorm Titan, we're in horrendous shape. But I just want to see how big I can make it. 48.56. Tasty. Want to buy a chump block. Even if we lose, I just don't care because I got to do this. Like, over 100's worth of stats. Let's screenshot this. Snip. Oh, mirror image is fine. Madness mirror image would have absolutely destroyed us. Oh yes, 48. Taste it. Why no other one? That's what I enjoy about this type of the deck. It seems because it's less all-in on the combo, and it just sort of like has these instant ways of just making it quicker if you do go for it. So you can still play this like general mid-range plan of just like going to make some big time dudes. Deal with them. I mean, I assume as soon as our opponent finds like a removal spell for this, we could be in some rough shape. But it's going to keep making our opponent being chump safe for now. Yep. Ah, yes, the old 412 Blistersting Wasp. Yeah, I suppose Alhed's really good for that reason, in that Alhed makes like all your later sort of enabler stuff more fine. Because like if you draw like an Aurelian Merchant later and it's like a 2-8, that's like actually a relevant stat line to have. Aww. Well, what do we do? Let's do this. Let's put this on top. Then we can devour this. So going off. Don't think we actually needed to go off here, but I just wanted to, you know, give our opponent the business, let them know who's boss. Oh yes, look at this. Oh yes, friendly Wisp drawing itself some cards. It's just so much, just 824. Oh yes, look at that stat line. Yeah, our opponent is off it. I think the best thing about this deck is because we're not like aggressively going for Vodakhan, we don't just like accidentally just kill ourselves by just drawing our deck as well. Ah, nice. Okay, so that was Dunkleworks' Last Chance to combo. And actually I was really impressed by Last Chance. It just made it a lot easier to just go off if you wanted to do that. As well as just being, you know, it's just, it costs 0. Like, it's got a drawback that gives things voidbound, but it's still sort of interesting that you are then able to just sort of like stay on curve. So if someone just kills your Alhed, you're just like, don't matter, just Last Chance, put it straight back into play. That is sort of nice. The deck's interesting. I like the different angle of it. It didn't feel like it was all in on the combo. It felt like up until like the 5-drop slot, it was basically playing a fair time deck. Playing Lumen Defenders as well, which does enable a mask, but in like timey mid-range matchups, that's still really good. And if you draw a Lumen Defender when you've got Alhed in play, just like the 210 Deadly is just like impossible to get around. But yeah, would play again. This deck is pretty sweet. So I've been The Resolves, and I'll see you around. Thanks for watching.